Hello and welcome, my petite bakers. It's SJB here, and we are currently playing something kind of weird. We're playing Bloons TR 6 on the new update. Yeah, they came out with a new update. A lot of new changes coming to the game. One of those new changes just happens to be this new map called Dark Dungeon. It's pretty absurd. Like, just straight up. I mean, I don't know how else to put it in any other, like, really easy way. It's a pretty weird map. And it's kind of scary, to be completely honest. Like, I usually don't jump into new maps and try to play them on, like, chimps right away or anything like that. But even if I do, I'm not usually intimidated. I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be difficult. On this one, I specifically have almost no idea what I would want to do for this map. In fact, I'm playing on easy. And, like, I could probably do a better job if I was actually focusing 100%, but I'm actually losing lives. I couldn't get lead popping power in 3 different areas all at the same time, and then I couldn't get enough camo detection in all 3 places all at the same time, and I'm wondering, like, how do I make that happen? Do I use a lot of spike factories, or what the heck's going to happen? And then to top it all off, I think Moabs come out of a different pathway than everything else, which I have not planned for whatsoever at all yet. So, yeah, maybe I gotta do something about that. I'm gonna do, like, something weird here. We're gonna go for a dart monkey. I'm gonna Jerry's fire 3 dart monkeys. That's gonna be my plan, man. Is that gonna help me kill the Moab? And maybe clean up the Bloons? Alright. Yeah, okay. This might not be a terrible idea. Any which way, this is ridiculous, and this is just the first part of this update, guys. Let's check this out. Round 40. Oh, no, it doesn't come out over here. What's the point of this? I have no idea. Well, I kind of misplanned everything then, because now I have no Jerry's Fires, and technically I lose unless I don't. I'm so evil and perfect at the same time. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is I'm going to show off a lot of the new changes in the game in a live, real game on this live new map that we get to play off for you guys. Show off, play off for you guys? I don't know. We're going to play with each other. Oh my god, everything I say just sounds terrible these days. What is going on? To start you guys off, we got a new Gwendolyn change. She's now officially cheaper, and you can buy her to start your game. Not on chip mode, which is pretty sweet. If you get that extra 200 bucks, man, this is a good deal. Like, I'm not complaining. Are you guys? What is interesting is some of these changes are early game changes, but most of them are late game changes. One of the weirder ones is that Monkey Sense now gives you some extra range, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I'm actually going to build a wizard here, kind of early game. You can see that tiny bit of extra range there that allows us to now see these Bloons when before we could not. In addition, we do get our free Dart Monkey or Glue Gunner, and we're going to go for the Glue Gunner. You want to know why? Because Glue Gunner's got some weird changes too, dude. We're just going to leave him right here and on last. That looks pretty spicy, right? One tower that I think is going to be used a lot more often these days is going to be Arcane Spike. That extra range from the Monkey Sense helps us out that little tiny bit that we need. I'm pretty sure it also encompasses more range than what it used to, but I can't be 100% certain about that. But what the Arcane Spike does now is it allows you to pop more Bloons than it used to. But it takes it down a notch on the Moab popping power. So, oh crap, I don't have very much camo purple popping power. Let's do something about that real quick, like... at least for now. And then I'm going to show you guys some really crazy glue changes coming up soon after that. Okay, so glue. Glue is weird. First of all, stickier glue is more expensive now. It kind of just silly, but alright, we'll take... the weird thing is it's like more than 2 times more expensive now, which is kind of crazy. It used to just be ridiculously cheap. Now it's just sort of more reasonable, I guess, but at the same time, it just is kind of like a necessary crosspath in some situations to get that stickier glue, so, like, kind of have to get it. On top of that, we do have to buy the stronger glue as well to get to what we need to get to, which is the Moab glue. I think everybody knows that Moab glue is pretty good. So they didn't want to change too much about what the Moab glue does and all that stuff, but then they decided Relentless glue makes no frickin' sense. And they want to fix that crap. Woo! So, Relentless Glue no longer drops any puddles on the track. What? Instead, Relentless Glue on any glued layer popping stun Bloons that are non-Moabs in the area with a small splat stuns Bloons. Alright. I mean, it looks like we're getting some decent stunning action up in here, and it looks like it's just kind of exploding out exploding layers of stunning power. To be honest, it looks pretty sweet. I think this might be a real tower these days. Relentless Glue, baby. I'm down. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but we're like kind of owning right now with, I don't want to say no good towers, but this is kind of just a ransacked bunch of crap here, realistically. And it could be a good combo with weird things like Druid of the Jungle, or maybe Arcane Spike. I'm not really entirely sure what it's combining with, like, well with, but it's doing really, 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 really good. And this is a corrosive glue, relentless glue too. This isn't even a glue splatter, which makes me even more intrigued. Like, what if I'm getting glue splatter and that thing's absolutely going to own everything? I just don't know yet. All right, so that's not the only changes to Glue Gunner, though. There are more changes. It's sad, though, that glue doesn't really work well with each other, because I'd really like to show this off kind of in combination with something else. I think if that's one thing that they could ever do to buff glue is just make some glues could stack on top of each other in some way. Just sort of, like, work well with each other here. But the Bloon Solver now, upon destroying a balloon, now drops a puddle of acid on the track that deals 1 pierce of 20 damage to whatever it hits, and I'm quoting that. So, the Bloon Solver now leaves stuff on the track instead. Okay. So he's still pretty expensive and everything, and he was already a pretty good tower, but if we're going to just make ourselves better, I will accept that, 100%. So let's try the Bloon Solver. And then I think it's pretty much the same thing here. Which one do you want to go for? I usually go Stronger Glue just because I kind of like it, but it's not a necessity either which way. It's just kind of like more actual stunning power to the balloons, and then this is more balloon hitting power. Do you need, you know, are there too many balloons on the screen? Not until around like 98, so usually it's better to go for this in most situations. All right, anyways, Bloon Solver, pretty much dominating. Yeah, I mean, this is a good combo here, gotta admit it. I mean, of course, we do have a lot of money making over here and everything, but this is going well, dude. This is going really, really well. Glue Gunners, officially, best tower, North America? Maybe. I can't say for sure. But that's a big change that I'm noticing right now. One of the most interesting things about updates for Ninja Kiwi, specifically BTD6, but for other games as well, is most of the time it's like, well, yeah, okay, we're getting a buff in this situation. Yeah, triple darts might be stronger because we do more pierce, but then they took away damage, bro. So like, is it better? I don't know. You have to really like get down and test it. Just saying numbers doesn't necessarily mean anything. For example, the Arcane Spike. Clearly, I really like it. I think doing balloon damage is pretty sweet. And I like Moab damage too, but it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. One small number change here, and again, it seems pretty small, can make a pretty sizable difference in total killing power. Well, in this situation, we have changed this up a little bit because we are no longer stymied by the Super Monkey Fan Club 10 tower limit. What? Well, I have to see it to believe it. But according to Ninja Kiwi, we don't just stop at 10 monkeys no more. So, okay, 10 monkeys. 10 more monkeys. 10 more monkeys. 10 more monkeys! Oh my god! Was that really 10 more monkeys, though? Was that really, truly 40 monkeys? I guess I built more than I thought I was going to. But anyways, that's Super Monkey Fan Clubs, guys. It's kind of a weird situation to be in, but before, what used to happen is every time you use this ability, you basically could have a max of 3 or 4 Super Monkey Fan Clubs kind of constantly going off one after each other, and you could max out with getting just 10 Super Monkey Fan Club monkeys. It's kind of weird, but it just kind of worked. And now they switched it. They said, no, screw that noise, Chris. And it seems like, I don't know for sure that it's kind of like branching out, but it seems like it's branching out closer. I guess it's probably the closest monkeys to this guy. I can't tell for sure. Let's try doing it the opposite way. Let's use this ability first. I'm just curious more than anything. All right, that ability first, then this ability, then this one, and yeah, we are switching to different monkeys. It is still the closest 10 dart monkeys. Very interesting. I like that, though. I think that's a fun change. Possibly one of the more diabolical changes to the game is the Ultra Boost price decrease. Chicka. What? Ultra Boost is now only $70-something to $80,000 when it used to be over $100,000 to get that guy. That's pretty absurd. So I'm just going to call it now. There is going to be a 2-tower chimps with an Ultra Boost engineer. All right, I really think it's going to happen, and I think I'd like to be the first one to do it, but maybe I won't be. Maybe because you guys are going to watch this video, you guys are going to do it before me because I said that, and I shouldn't have said that. Wish I cut it out of this video, but I'm not going to, so yeah. You guys can take all the credit. At least give me some credit in the description, all right? If this is the first time you heard it, all right? At least give me some cred. But anyways, this is a weird one, because this was normally a tower that was completely unreachable in any sort of Chimps game whatsoever. No longer is that the case. Not only is it not possible, not only is it possible on Chimps mode now, but it's also possible in real games on hard or even impoppable. Possibly instead of like a Perma-Brew. And don't get me wrong, Perma-Brew is still pretty expensive at 64,000, but going up another 6,000 or 7,000 doesn't seem like you're really breaking the bank that much. And I'll be straight with you. If you have time, Overclock is going to be better than a Perma-Brew, especially when you can just pop down a regular 420 Alchemist and be almost as powerful as a Perma-Brew. It's really about powering up many, many towers instead of just one. So if you could do this with some of your most powerful towers, dude, it's going to be absolutely delicious. Plus, this is going to be cool with a good first starting tower in here before you get your other tower going for 2-tower chimps. Oh, I ran out of breath, man. I'm getting too excited. Getting too pumped up over here. Another new big one that I think is going to be part of the game now is, for a long time, Comanche Commander's just been kind of lackluster at best, if not possibly even going as far as bad, dare I say. So I'm gonna wait a couple rounds here while I get some money, and then we're gonna be showing off the deliciousness of the new Comanche Commander. I'm pretty much calling it the new Comanche Commander. But what's weird is the Comanche defensive missile pierce is reduced. So they literally nerfed the 4th tier, but made the 5th tier, it's, in my eyes, based on just the numbers I'm looking at here, pretty significantly more powerful. So, yeah, as soon as I get the money for this guy, I'm going to get it, and we're gonna have some fun here. So, I don't know if this is new, too, but I don't remember these missiles having infinite range like this. You guys can let me know if that was already in the game before, or if I'm just noticing something now that is not in the patch notes. But, either which way, that's that. And, oh, I still don't have enough money for Comanche Commander. Come on. Give me Dart Monkey money! I need it now! I need it now! We can't be wasting no more time. And there it is. Comanche Commander is alive. Alright, let's see how good this guy's gonna be. Let's put him on... Oh, I don't have Pursuit. Oh, that sucks. Let's just lock him in place, I guess. That's good enough. Keep in mind that this Comanche Commander is indeed overclocked a couple times. So he's more powerful than he probably should be. But still, it could be a pretty good... Ooh, I have, like, no DDT popping power. I mean, Arcane Spike is only so good. Let's buff him. Buff him even more for those DDTs, bro. There's a lot of really cool Super Monkey changes, specifically just Robo Monkey being generally cheaper, and them basically giving more power to early game Super Monkeys before they get any upgrades. Ask me. All good things in my book. Early, straight Robo-Monkeys without Robo-Plasmas or anything, probably going to be a decent deal for us. In addition, Spirit of the Forest is going to be, I don't even call it buff nerfed, it's just a combo of garbage. Mess around with Spirit of the Forest if you want to have some fun. And then, also Tech Terror is, I think... Hold on. Okay, good, I had to double check. I remembered that the anti-Bloon... Oh gosh, what is going on here, man? Whoop. Take him down. Blow it up, Druid, go! Take it down. And there we go, it survived round 99. Scarily, I might add. Clearly, I did not have enough DDT popping power. Come on, Arcane Spike. Losing out on your DDT popping power, bro. That sucks. But anyways, the 5th tier got a huge buff to its ability, basically. Not that it was all that important. Not very many people are getting anti-Bloons these days, but just in case you wanted it, that guy's an answer for you. No change to Tech Terror, but having all those early game Super Monkey stuff is just cool. I think it's going to be kind of fun to use that. So again, like I was saying, this is by no means a full show off of all of the balance changes and everything going on in the game here. But I kind of want to just play a game on the new map, just have some fun, playing around with some of the towers that got changed here, and see if we can notice any direct, very interesting changes. Overall, though, I would say, yeah, we had some pretty cool changes. Comanche Commander, though, I still got to admit it, I mean, he's overclocked 8 times, dude, and he still doesn't feel like he's dominating. Like, what's the point of him? I still don't get it. I still don't get it, even to this day, dude. Maybe I gotta alch him. Maybe that would make all the difference. But any which way, so far, lots of changes. Not all. I can't say any bad changes in particular, but nothing completely game-breaking. Just some interesting changes overall. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. And, of course, have a super-duper delicious day.